It is day 3 of Jeff and Dom versus Evan of Code 2025. We are solving the puzzles that were released 15 hours ago, something like that. Maybe more than that, like 21 hours ago.
I think 22 hours ago
22.
because
Okay.
I'm looking at a 2 hour countdown for the next puzzle.
Okay. We're late to the game, as usual, but we're solving Advent of Code puzzles day over day, and we are on day 3. We're going to be doing this for the next 10 days, all the way through December 12th, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific, with a couple of
If
gaps here and there. Yeah.
if we stay up past midnight, we can do day 4 immediately. We'll be ahead of the curve, but we shouldn't do that. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Uh, yeah, let's not do that. Okay. All right. So we'll just dive right into it and do the problem, shall we?
All right.
Okay, here we go. I'm switching over. And here we go. We are going into day 3. Yeah, this website's slow. I said this is the third day in the row that I'm saying this, but the website's slow.
It's really fast for me, and I wonder if you've got like some DNS something in the way on your side.
You know what? The website's
It's
fine.
always DNS.
It's
Yeah,
always
it's always
DNS.
DNS.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna read through the prompt. Here we go. Day 3 lobby. So we've exited the gift shop and now we're in the lobby. You descend a short staircase, enter the surprisingly vast lobby, and are quickly cleared by the security checkpoint. When you get to the main elevators, however, you discover that each one has a red light above it. They're all offline. Sorry about that, and Elf apologizes as she tinkers with a nearby control panel. Some kind of electrical surge seems to have fried them. I'll try to get them online soon. You explain your need to get further underground. Well, you could at least take the escalator down to the printing department. Not that you get much further than that without the elevators working. That is, you could if the escalator weren't also offline. But don't worry, it's not fried, it just needs power. Maybe you can get it running while I keep working on the elevators. There are batteries nearby that can supply emergency power to the escalator for just such an operation, or just such an occasion. The batteries are each labeled with their joltage rating. Apparently, joltage is a real thing.
Oh no!
Oh,
It
it's
is
a
to
link
Evan
to
Code
to a problem
2020.
from 5 years ago. I refuse to read this. I'm not into Advent of Code lore. All right, we're just gonna we're not gonna deal with that. Okay. Um, the batteries are each labeled with their joltage rating, a value from 1 to 9. You make note of their joltage ratings, your puzzle input. For example, we have is this like a 20 by 3 grid? It's more like a 16 by
See,
3, 15 by 3,
16 by 4. Yeah,
15 by
weird.
4. I'm just like off by 1 on every dimension. The batteries are arranged into banks. Each line of digits in your input corresponds to a single bank of battery. Within each bank, you need to turn on exactly 2 batteries. The joltage that the bank produces is equal to the number formed by the digits on the batteries you've turned on. For example, if you have a bank line like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you turn on batteries 2 and 4, the bank would produce 24 jolts. You cannot rearrange batteries. You'll need to find the largest possible joltage each bank can produce. In the above example, in 987, in the first line, you can make the largest joltage possible 9.8, by turning on the first 2 batteries. Okay, got it. And so on and so forth. The total output joltage is the sum of the maximum joltage from each bank. So in this example, the total output joltage is 98 plus 89 plus 78 plus 92 equals 357. There are many batteries in front of you. Find the maximum joltage possible from each bank. What is the total output joltage? All right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're scanning this string and we're looking for the highest number and then the second highest number.
Correct. So 357 is the right answer, right? Um,
Uh huh.
so let's get started here. Let me go ahead and set up a directory for the first problem of day 3. And I'm going to close everything here. And
Oh,
we have an example.
boy, this actual puzzle input is
Is it big?
wild. It's huge. I love the inputs for this because they're always just like unhinged amounts of data.
Yes. All right. Let me go ahead and grab that. Unless you're
I just I put mine in there. Yeah,
you
mine's
put
not
okay.
useful. You
All
want
right. Thank
yours?
you.
No, no, no. You can't solve mine. Yeah, it won't work.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We have two different. We have two different.
We have different inputs. Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that particular wrinkle. I could give you my GitHub login. but that would lead to other consequences as well.
I've already got like shell access to your computer, so like why not?
Have I authorized it for this particular run?
Oh, no, I just requested it.
Okay.
Good.
Make terminal read write for everybody. We're super secure today. You requested it again. Look, man, I'm giving it to you.
Oh, sorry, I requested a different shell. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay. So if we run this, it's printing out our input here. Boy, our template is out of date. We're not calling input anymore, or
Oh,
we
you're
haven't
right.
updated to just call our fancy new function from yesterday, which is just input. Um, and we should.
Hey, looks like the stream went down.
Let me check it out.
Yeah. Are we having bandwidth issues?
Um,
Oh, it's back up and it reformatted your camera again.
okay. That is a Twitch thing, so I'll fix my camera.
Cool.
Oh, no, I think it might be an OBS thing. Let's see.
Yeah, it's like resizing some window or something.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Let me fix that real quick.
Pardon us while we sort out the stream setup. Now Jeff is tiny. Now Jeff is normal.
Am I back to normal?
Yeah, you look back to
Okay,
normal.
okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we've sussed it out. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm printing out the example here. What is the approach, Dom?
I mean, for each string, we're just gonna
Are we? Do we
keep
want to
two
parse them into
counters.
numbers? Do we want to parse every line into numbers?
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay.
Just
I guess this is a
split it on nothing,
line.
get every character.
How do we iterate over the characters in a string? Is that possible? Can you just map over a string? I don't think that's possible, right?
Mm,
Is it chars? I'm thinking of Rust.
I know, right? Let's see, JavaScript. No AI, but we can use the standard library.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Uh,
Can we
we've got
arrayify a
car
string?
at.
Or do
Can
we
you
just have to
just
loop?
can you split on nothing? I think you can split on nothing. Yeah, split on empty string gives you cars. Mhm. Yep, I love that. And so Banks is a number array. Yeah.
Okie doke.
Mhm.
So the brute force way of doing this is we can just try literally every combination, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Every combination? No, that sounds bad. Let's not do that.
right. So
But I think it's just a string scan, right? It's like we track the two highest numbers we see in any row in order,
right.
or an array scan. Yeah.
So, well, what do you mean by that?
Is that brute force?
What do you mean by that
I mean
exactly?
like we keep two counter variables on this, and as we go through, we're just looking for have we found a higher number?
Right.
Because like if you find a nine anywhere before position, the last position, that nine is the winner. So like
I think we can be greedy too, right? We first
yeah.
look for the largest number as
Hmm.
long as it's within the first 14 digits in the example, for example.
Yeah, as long as the largest number is not the last number, we can take that.
So, how do we find the largest number?
Oh, you know, actually,
Yeah.
we just want we want the largest number of the array of like length minus one.
And then we find, yeah, exactly.
And then we find the largest number after that index, and that's the whole thing. Yeah.
Uh,
So Arlton says, I totally agree. That's definitely a solution. Thanks, buddy.
um, well, I'm glad that we have Sir Gnarlton on for the moral support here. It's important.
Yeah, cheering absolutely counts.
How do you can you do negative INF, negative infinity?
Oh, I guess so.
I
Play
probably should
hard.
just be not a number, right? But we want to do a comparison, so
Do we know that the joltage? It's always 1 to 9. So like, honestly, 0 is a totally fine
I like what I'm doing
non-number.
now. Don't
Oh,
don't
I like
don't
negative
don't
infinity.
harsh my buzz
Absolutely.
here, okay? If n greater than max equals
Mhm,
n,
mhm.
return max. There's
Can,
math.max, right? Max equals math.max of
yep.
n max.
I think we should. Can we take the index here too? Because we're going to want to split the array after this.
I'm into it.
Mhm.
I think we can do let I in nums, right?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I
then
thought that was it. Oh wow, what an interesting TypeScript error on in nums. Did you fix something? Interesting. Mhm. Yep, I like it.
and then it doesn't like this thing.
Why is
Use
why
the
is
most
I a string?
for of or what's that?
Why is I a string
Oh,
here?
because I think it's treating this as an object. This is like object iteration and not
Oh,
array iteration. All right, so let me
okay. So,
just do it the painstaking way. How's that?
yep, sounds good.
Okay. I believe this will do it for us, right? And
Mhm,
then what we're doing for each line. I
mhm.
guess it's a bank technically.
Bank
Um,
of banks.
the first is max of so first index is
Mhm.
max of the subarray, right?
Yeah.
That is basically everything but the last one. Is there kind of like a array slicing syntax in JavaScript?
I mean, I want it to be. I always want it to be this, and I forget if that's actually valid JavaScript or not.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
So it's probably slice
Yeah, slice 0, and then
0, and then is it non-inclusive of the end?
yeah, bank dot length. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
And then we do const. I'm gonna just call
Hmm.
this. I'll just call it like this: max of
Yeah.
bank dot slice first index
Hmm.
plus one,
Yes, right, because we want to skip over that. Hmm.
and then we do let result equals 0, and then result
Hmm.
equals the sum of 10 times the first plus last.
Hmm.
Something like that.
I think that's it. Yeah,
357 was the answer.
357.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do this on the input now.
Easy.
Um, did that auto import?
It was already there. Is it just unhappy about
Oh,
the
it's just
comments?
unhappy about the variable name.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Lines, right?
yeah,
Oh, you got it. Okay, 17,554. Let's do
That's
this.
that's a lot of jolts. Yeah,
A lot of joltages. Okay.
success.
We that was a success. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna run this on mine too, so I can actually have the prop on my screen. 17109, different number. I love that they do that. That's so clever.
How did you do that? What you just did?
I pasted my input over the input and
Oh, I
ran
see.
the command on your machine and then undid it.
I love it.
Yeah.
What just changed right now? It says it's not saved. I wonder.
Oh, mine says saved.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
Gremlins. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and make a copy then.
There are always gremlins.
Okay. We're on to the second. Yeah. Thank you, Sonalton. So easy. We rule. Okay. So now we're at 3B. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that. 3B main. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second problem. Part 2. The escalator doesn't move. The elf explains that it probably needs more joltage to overcome the static friction of the system and hits the big red joltage limit safety override button. You lose count of the number of times she needs to confirm, yes, I'm sure, and decorate the lobby a bit while you wait. Now, sorry, I had to parse that last sentence because I didn't really understand.
Yeah. I creative. This guy is a very good creative writer, but also this is incomprehensible. So maybe he's not a
It's all
very good creative
color.
writer.
Yeah, it's all color.
It's all color. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you need to make the largest joltage by turning on exactly 12 batteries within each bank. The joltage output for the bank is still the number formed by the digits of the batteries you've turned on. The only difference is that now there will be 12 digits in each bank's joltage output instead of 2. Okay, so this is now we have trade-offs, right? And we have, not only do we have trade-offs, but we have spammers in the chat. I love it.
I'm reporting them.
I think there's like consistently one per evening. This time it was at the 18-minute
Yep.
mark. But it actually might have been
my
earlier than that
theory's out
because
the
we
window.
started the stream like 10 minutes early, right? Something like that. Okay. So now we have to pick the 12 that basically produce the best answer, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Um
Interesting.
So this almost feels like a you have to try every combination thing, but that's not the case because they're strictly ordered, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting. So for our banks, if this is 12, 13, so it's 15. So the highest number has to be within the first four digits.
Yes.
So basically we just get to like keep slicing smaller and smaller arrays.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, because we're gonna look for we look in the first four. Norton's having a time. I love it. This guy, he is my personal trainer and a very good multiplayer buddy. And yeah, you can have this energy all the time if you want to get trained.
I actually saw my personal trainer this morning. I'm doing
hell yeah.
Advent of Code, yet I am continuing to exercise. Yeah, and
Same.
I'm very happy to have that relationship in my life, even though we only talk while I'm at the gym. But I thought
You gotta exercise all the muscles, the brain, and then the rest.
exactly, you must develop your mind and your body. No, I when I first started down this path, I was like kind of intimidated, and I thought I thought like I'd be working quite frankly with like a jock and trying who would be encouraging me to sort of like really express my inner jock. But no, it turns out that it's actually a very chill experience, and now I know how to use all the machines in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to learn how to squat my body weight, which I still cannot do.
Oh man, yeah. I'll get there. I'm close. I'm really close to bodyweight squat.
Nice. Okay.
Deadlift.
I think
Deadlift. Yeah,
Dom,
sorry.
you have a great solution to this, right?
Yeah, this I sort of I'm like seeing the shape of this one in my head, which is fun.
All right. Let's go back to using the example just so we can confirm or corroborate their
Yeah.
answer. But their answer, the example answer is this. In fact, maybe I'll just copy the whole example and throw it into a comment. Okay. Do you wanna get us started on this?
Yeah. Let me pseudocode this real quick.
Yeah.
So the like the first value is within first four digits.
It would
There's
be
like
the
I guess there's like
first
a
length minus. Let's abstract it a little bit more. It'd be like the
yeah, it's a,
length minus 12, which is the digit that we're on, right?
right, and that's like bank size basically. So we this is like we could copy paste this back into day one with a bank size of 2 and get the same answer basically. But this is a more brute force approach.
Yes. The bank size, maybe the bank is actually
Oh no, not bank
the
size.
bank
Yeah,
size is the length.
right. So it's
What
bank
it is,
size minus.
it's like the max enabled, right? Or the max
Max
number.
enabled.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm So there's like a pessimistically bad case, which is it's the first 12 digits because we'll have to make 12 checks.
That's fine. I don't think
Or,
that's bad.
yeah. I don't think so either. But I'm just trying to talk out because I think if you find it within like if you find it at the fourth digit, then you're done. Your answer is add the next 11 digits, and that's the whole thing.
Yep, that'll be fine. I
Okay.
don't think we need to
So
actually
yes,
explicitly handle that. I think we can make all the iteration boundaries just work in our favor. First of all, is it first bank minus max enabled? It'd be bank size is 15, max enabled is 12. So I think it's actually a +1, right?
yep, you're totally right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next value is uh, within first or is after. Well, just repeat the algorithm starting from first value index plus one. Yeah, that's easy.
First value
Okay.
index +1. And it needs to be within how many digits though? Like I think it's basically
Oh, right. It's the same. Then it's yeah, you're totally right. It's
it's like
then bank
remaining
size plus
size. I
max
think I'm going to
enabled.
call this remaining size.
hmm
And then max enabled is actually max enabled minus
N
current digit
whatever. Yeah.
index.
Yep. Okay.
And then why don't we call this max digits?
hmm hmm Cool.
That
That
feels like
doesn't
it.
suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's problems. They gotta give us harder problems.
Well, before we spike the football in the end zone here and then run and
I know.
crash into the guy holding the tuba, we should, or was it the saxophone? We should try to solve this first. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
the reference I'm talking about?
No. Crack what is the crash in the end zone saxophone thing? Is this the goofy football Disney thing?
This is the game. This is Cal football. It's like the greatest moment in all of UC Berkeley sports history, when we beat Stanford in like the early '80s, and
Okay.
John Elway, I believe, Yeah, I think it was John Elway who played on the Stanford team. He was the quarterback. And anyways, we have like the game called the Big Game every year, and
Okay.
it's like the game that we play against our sort of Bay Area rivals. And the rivalry isn't much of a rivalry because Stanford is so much better at sports than Cal is, like historically. And they are on paper the more desirable school, and so it's more like
I'm
we have a
sorry.
rivalry with them, and they are
This
aware.
sporting event of the big game is called the play?
It's called the play, yes. And
Okay.
basically, they Stanford is like up by a touchdown, or rather, they're up by like a field goal or something like that. And there's like I think like a couple seconds left on the clock, and then they just like Cal just like laterals the ball like 20 times. And this
Oh, I
like
love when
it's
that
insane. Like it's
happens.
actually really cool to watch. And then the Stanford band has already come out onto the field to celebrate the win. It's like mission accomplished on the aircraft carrier, right? Like, and then the guy who actually makes the touchdown is like barreling into the end zone, running top speed, of course, and he just like plows right into like a guy holding a saxophone.
Oh, no.
And then as a sort of like happy kind of like digestif to the whole story,
Mhm.
the person who officiated my wedding, who was a clerk at SF City Hall, her son apparently went to Cal at that time and was at the game.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's incredible. Uh,
that's my story for the night.
I there's a Wikipedia article on this thing, which like I don't know if that's because it's so notable or because like a bunch of California nerds run Wikipedia, basically.
It might be exactly that, but let's go to it.
I, I think I think it's that notable. This is incredible.
Yes. Was it? Oh, did I get
This
John
is like
Elway right? Yeah, yeah, John Elway.
you did, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, not only that, this is like one of the longer Wikipedia articles I've ever seen. Like, I don't think my football team's article is as long as the article about the play.
It's pretty long. Controversy. Is it because there's some laterals that like maybe did not appear to be legal? There was like 50 of them at the time, right? And they did not have like any kind of like slow motion replay. Um, I will note that there's no photograph of the band member getting crushed in the end zone, but
I
it's
look
fine.
forward
It's
to, I'm
fine.
gonna have to find a video of this later. God, this is before HD cameras and instant replay, so like that must have sucked.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is great. Right after you said I'm worried about becoming a jock from having a personal trainer.
Yes. And now we're talking about sports. We could just start talking about sports, right?
It's no. Today I learned about a notable football play. For me, it was the Immaculate Reception in Pittsburgh. Was the only
Are
name
you
play I
following
know
the
about.
NFL this year?
No, I kind of given up on them. My team sucks, and the NFL it's kind of always like a bit of a fascist military propaganda machine.
Yeah, and the labor dies early as a result of their contributions. Like it's a very
The labor dies.
dangerous and physically damaging
Oh
sport to
yeah,
play.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lost its luster. I'd be very excited to see the Saints in the playoffs again, but like yeah, football and beer commercials and military flyovers just don't have the same enjoyment they once did. Modern day gladiators, says Solus Res. Yeah,
Yeah. I actually
true
haven't even
that.
been watching. I haven't been following the NBA this year. I used to follow it pretty closely, but now I think I realize what I enjoy about the NBA is all of the online drama. Like in the
Mm-hmm.
heyday of Kevin Durant, like tweeting, like having like burner tweet accounts, it was amazing. And now it feels decidedly undramatic. It's all about sports betting
It'll
right now. It's pretty boring.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's it too. Like every time I turn on a game and it's like Caesar's Sportsbook, and I'm just like, how is this legal? Like this happened overnight. They renamed my stadium the Caesar's Sportsbook Stadium, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
no,
So
thank you.
prior to us discovering my inner jock, we were using this as a metaphor to your boastful claim that we have already solved the problem
Yes,
without
yes,
having
yes, yes. And
actually
we haven't
solved the
solved it yet.
problem. Yes. Maybe we shall continue.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Um, so we're gonna have a while loop here, and this is like
Or
let's
we
see,
can iterate
what do
over
we need?
the digit indexes, right?
Yeah. Or, yes, that seems right.
Would be like for let digit equals 0, something like that.
mhm. And is this the digits of the final number? Digit of the final number, yeah,
Max
because we
digits is
want
12, right? Is
yeah. Digit less than max digits. Digits plus
I'll go
plus.
make
Yeah.
a
Oh, thank you. God, multiplayer coding is so great.
yeah.
Digits plus plus. Oh, thank you. um, okay, so then we want becomes found index is max of, and then so we're gonna need this remaining size.
Yes. Remaining
Oh wait, no.
size is I think we need just like the last substring, do we not? Something like the last subarray. Let's just call
Yeah.
it remaining. Let remaining equals, and it's going to be bank initially.
Yeah. Do I need to do a copy on this? No, it's
I think we're good.
we're gonna like keep
We're
reslicing
gonna
this.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
keep
yeah.
yeah we're not mutating it when we take the substring.
Yeah.
Solus Res, yes, this multiplayer thing is called Live Share in VS Code, and it is like not quite bulletproof, but it's still pretty freaking rad.
But this is like built into VS Code. This is just like part of the system
I think
now.
it's an extension. Yes, Live
Yeah, but
Share.
it's Microsoft's extension.
Yeah, I mean the fact that their extension API allows them to do something like this is pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm super impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is first value is within. Okay, so we're gonna take search space is remaining dot length minus max digits minus we need our current digit
Which is no,
index.
it's digit. It's just digit.
Oh, it's digit. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Minus digit plus one. And then this is max of bank dot slice from
It's
the
going to be
beginning.
remaining dot slice, right?
Remaining dot slice. Yeah, 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 right. Because we're slicing it down. Uh, but so yeah, we've within our search space, and this could very frequently be one.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. And then remaining is remaining dot slice from found index
Plus
plus
one.
one.
Yep. And then we need to push found,
Oh, right.
or
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
actually add it. We
Mm,
can we can make a subtotal at least, right? For the bank,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then
Right, because this is
this
actually sub subtotal
plus
plus
equals
equals and this is 10
10. It's
to
10
the
raised to the max digits minus digit.
minus digit times
Minus one.
max digits. Yeah, yeah.
But the exponent needs to be pow. I think it's like math.pow.
Oh, is it? Is this just not an operator?
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then
Then we need to have a total that we're adding subtotal to, right? Oh,
and
res.
that's
That's
just
it. Yeah.
res, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Res plus subtotal.
Yeah.
That might,
I'm gonna run it.
yeah, do it. Oh
Six
shit,
eight
is that the number?
five.
That is not
Not
the number.
quite.
Oh no. Let me output the subtotal for each one of these lines so we can see if we're close or not.
I like it. Okay, so the first one's correct. 9876.
Mhm.
We're like off by one
Second one,
somewhere. Second
second
one's
one is
wrong.
not.
Yes. Third
So
one
is third
also
one's
wrong.
wrong, and the fourth one. Cool. All right. Yeah. We fucked it up.
Okay, yes. It's because you declared
So why?
victory so inappropriately.
Of course, of course.
Okay, so this is where it gets kind of gnarly because every single one of these like mathematical expressions is potentially A, wrong in the first place, or B, in worse, like subtly wrong, like we're off by one somewhere, right?
Yeah. So I think what's interesting is that the only example that we got right is the when it is the first. Uh,
Yes,
it's the
so perhaps
first
it's like the second
number.
row that's going to be the interesting one, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that tells me that like our search space is actually incorrect.
Okay.
Because also the third one we should have picked four, and I'm very curious why we didn't end up with like how that number starts with three is a little baffling.
So let's take some examples. I'm just going to superimpose them over.
Mhm.
I'm going to get rid of this particular comment here just because I think that
Yeah.
we're okay. Um,
Yep.
so let us go through a simulation of this thing, right? And in fact, maybe to even drive it home more solidly, I'm going to get rid of max digits and just call it 12. We know it's 12,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Let me actually make sure that we got that right. Um, uh, let's see.
It is 12. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
12. Exactly 12. Okay, great. Okay. Where were we? So search space remaining starts off as all of these numbers, right? Hopefully. Um, and then remaining dot length. The search space should be the entire thing for the first iteration, right? And I think we're getting that right.
Correct.
Right? 12 minus digit is 0.
Oh no, sorry. The search space should be the first four for this.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 12 minus digit is 12.
Uh-huh.
Plus 1 is 13. Remaining is it's 15 minus 13.
That's wrong.
Yes.
It should be four. Is it minus one? Are we off by two, in fact?
Yeah, right.
That would explain how we got three out of that first number.
So basically, we need to have what we need to have is we need to have 12 minus digit numbers left over, right? Like if we're on the
Mhm.
0th digit, we need to reserve at least 11, right? So we can't touch the last 11,
Yeah.
right?
So it should be minus digit minus one
Yeah.
for that
Okay. Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Let me try rerunning just based on that.
Yep.
That is still. Oh, we didn't save.
Oh, phew.
That looks like the answer.
That is correct. Hmm.
Okay. Was it really just the one line? Like, watch. Let's see what happens if we just run this thing.
Yeah, where we really just have one extra subtraction in there. Yes. Is that it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we were off by 2. It was a minus 1 instead of a plus 1.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm glad we walked through that because getting 13, 15 back was wrong.
Okay. All right. Well, that was gratifying. Would you like to quickly submit your own answer so you get the flare on your account?
Absolutely gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so different. Boom.
It's
Return to my
disconcerting because I
advent
can't tell
calendar.
that you're doing the modification.
Because I'm in a different file. Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go ahead and commit this to Git.
That was fun. Oh, I want to put max digits back in. I think that was actually
You thought it was good. All right. That's fine.
I like it. I think the 12 helped us debug this, but
Okay. Well, let's
yeah.
make it cost.
I was gonna say yeah. It didn't auto correct that for me. That's interesting.
You would
Maybe it's
think
the
the linter
linting
would
stuff we turned
complain,
off.
right? We did turn
We
off a
we
lot of lint
turned down.
rules. Yeah, we did
Yeah.
silence it. Would like be less annoying, and then we went too far. We oversteered.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's not var.
All right. So are we good? Did we break it? Let's see what happened. Okay, I think that's the same answer, right?
Yeah. Well, and what I like is that I think if we set max digits to 2 now, we should get our first answer back, right? Yeah.
Oh, very clever.
It's the same
Look at you
solution to both
generalizing.
problems.
Amazing.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and commit this.
Cool.
This is the real victory lap here.
Yeah.
All right, we're online. Okay, quick programming postmortem.
Saxophone.
Is there anything about the library that we can take and extend, just to make future days easier? Now that we have a little bit of extra time. Is that a saxophone emoji?
Yeah. I mean, it's topical.
Solus Res. I love that as a response. I've never done that in any of my Slacks or anything like that, but I'm going to start using that.
Saxophone for victory. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's a winner.
some of the workspaces I was in like had like the sad trombone like custom emoji, but the saxophone's definitely going to be in there, and it's a great one that I haven't thought about using before.
It's a good little emoji
Yeah.
too. Yeah. It's dynamic.
And of course, like when I see that, I think that it's the Careless Whisper riff. You know,
Oh, I hear Epic Sax Guy at this point, but Careless Whisper is a very good
who's Epic Sax Guy?
alternative. Oh, this is like a Eurovision thing. Uh, if you search, it was a callback to the play. Yes, yeah, exactly, because he ran through a saxophone, and now Firefox is giving you nothing but football. This guy, yeah, absolutely, this guy.
Okay,
If you play the
is he
music,
playing an
you will
alto?
know it. Yeah, that looks like an alto.
Okay.
My father has a soprano that's curved like that too. They make curved sopranos shaped like altos and tenors. It's very interesting and
Okay,
apparently
I
very
think the only
rare.
soprano that I'm aware of is the Kenny G soprano, and that one looks
Yeah,
like a
the
clarinet.
straight one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's definitely an alto. But I think if you can get this in motion, uh, either GIF or find the video because Epic Sax Guy
Best of
is
Epic Sass Guy
really
from 2009 to 2017. All right, I'm
maybe
clicking on it.
original HD 10-hour version. But when does the beat drop?
I'm hearing this right now. I don't think the stream can hear it, but
No, we want original. I know this guy has other stuff, but you want the video next to this.
this original. Okay, yeah. Why is this original? Was this the first one that you did? Okay.
This is where it became the meme. Oh, the stream can hear. By the way, the stream can hear this.
Oh, you can't. Oh, because my desktop audio is coming through.
There it is. There's the Epic Sax Guy.
Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah,
Does it get more
I feel
epic?
like I just see this. It's pretty epic. I don't know. For some reason, this is just a meme that I see everywhere now. I don't know why.
Okay. All right. So I guess we have to ask chat. So Solus Res, was this what you were going for,
Or was it Careless Whisper?
or
We
was it
must
Careless
know.
Whisper? Yeah. Anyways, we don't need to
Oh,
resolve that
Squirt.
particular mystery right now.
I do love that Squirtle also has a saxophone. That's great.
It was a sax player in the end zone. Okay, I see. It was a throwback to the play. I get it. Let's watch the play. Now that we know that we can get like big game the play. Now that I know I can get audio and everything like that, we're just gonna do it, right?
I mean,
Which
I,
one is
I
the
do
best
want
one?
to see. They're all going to be low quality. I want to see them run through the band. That's the important part.
Okay, I'm gonna click on rare 1982 Cal Stanford big game footage question mark, but it has the most views.
There you go.
The biggest college football event of the year happens this
Nope.
Saturday.
See more with
It's the
AI.
It's all about the big
This is a little bit
Goodness.
too documentary. I think I'm gonna.
ribbon, and he does.
Here we go.
Ball comes loose, and the Bears have to get out of bounds. Rodgers along the sideline.
I have to see
Another
this
one.
play.
They're still in deep trouble at midfield. They tried to.
Oh, I think they thought he was down right
Still
there.
loose as they get it to Rodgers.
Oh, right. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Wow.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone.
How are these big chunky foot? Holy shit! This
Oh
is
no,
so
it's a
much
trombone
band.
player. I was wrong. It was a trombone player.
No. Yeah, but he totally clocked the sax. A sax just goes flying too. That was incredible. Watch that sax spiral.
Here, let me see if I can find it.
Oh,
Here we go. Oh yeah. He trips over the sacks into the guy with the tram down.
Oh,
Yeah.
four woodwinds and grass players.
All right.
Wow.
So we do need to do the postmortem here, though. It's like, is the guy down? It's like the third lateral.
I mean, as I said, inconclusive.
That's one. That's two.
God, I love when these plays work. Ooh, I think he's down.
Yeah, I think he was down. I think
he was down.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what?
I don't care.
We are allowed to have nice things, okay? Let's just let ourselves have nice things.
No, I mean, it stands as called unless they reversed it.
It's true.
He wasn't down.
It's true. It doesn't matter what you think in 2025. We won the game.
Yeah, well, down is a state of mind more than a
Down is a philosophical
more than
question.
an actual fact.
Yes. Down is subject to debate.
Tornalton also thinks he was down. Yeah, his knee was on the ground before that ball left his hands.
Yeah.
I can see that in 480p.
Okay. It sounds like we want to correct the historical record on the big game, which is okay. So Cal loses by 1 point, which honestly is more poetic because that's kind of what's been happening to UC Berkeley in the orbit of Stanford.
It was 1 point? Oh, man.
Yeah, because the final score was
brutal.
25-20, right? So I assume that touchdown, yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, if you can't beat us by more than 1 point, that means you lost anyways, right? That's another way to interpret this.
That's fair.
Okay.
It's Cal and Stanford. Those are two nerd-ass schools.
You know, you say that, but Stanford actually has like a pretty kick-ass sports program. I think at least recently their basketball team has been pretty good, right?
This is like MIT versus Carnegie Mellon is a rivalry, but like the sports rivalry is not real.
The greatest
We had a
NBA
football
player
team
to
at
come out of the
Carnegie
Ivy League was my boy Jeremy Lin.
Mellon. Where's he from?
He went to Harvard.
Harvard? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I was living in New York City during Linsanity, and I didn't go to a Knicks game at the time, and I wasn't really I was barely even following basketball at the time. I consider it a great shame, like a historical shame. I was like literally watching one of the greatest events of my entire lifetime like unfold before me, like not 4 or 5 miles from my apartment. And I kind of missed it. I caught it in like Saturday Night Live YouTube clips.
Oh, and that's a weird way to experience some culture.
Yeah, but I've indulged in the Linsanity nostalgia since then. You know, I've read all the articles. Yeah.
Reasonable.
Question for you: was there anything in here that might be useful to preserve for future nights?
Oh yeah.
I kind of don't
we'll
think
find out.
I kind of don't think
No,
so.
I could see max of being extracted, but otherwise this was like pretty straightforward.
Yeah. You're right. Maybe the max of an array, like that, is actually something that other languages have. Is that not like Ruby? You can do that, right? Do I have Ruby?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and I assume it's just map over the
Yeah.
Yep.
And if I stick a 4 in there, yeah. Okay.
Man, Ruby's such a good language, and I'm so disappointed in like everything around.
You know, I think I kind of refuse to use Ruby right now. I have to for work because there's a pretty significant part of our backend that's done in Ruby. But I've gone through the full cycle of Ruby emotions. I was obsessed with it for a good 5 years of my life, and now
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I built my career in Ruby, and now I can safely say I just don't want to use it again. I'd rather deal with Go at this point. Ruby's got too much weird baggage.
The claim is that it is the best advent of code language if you're trying to like really golf down and go fast. Not only because it's like,
I buy that.
Yeah, it's batteries included. You could also do the thing where you like, there's like some crazy Ruby like special sigil thing where you can put data in here at the bottom of the same file that your script is in, and then and then you can access it using like a variable, like file
Oh,
data or something like that. And what it refers to is all the
what
lines
the
in the same script file
fuck?
after this, right? So a lot of people just like put their
What?
input in the same file.
Ruby has the most bizarre
It's
conventions available
bonkers.
to it.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, like,
Yeah.
what's fun is that after you use Ruby for like, couple years and you get an error and you're like, oh, unexpected value 4, and you're like, oh, that's null. Null, I know that null equals 4 because it's just the fourth variable in the constants, and like such weird shit.
Yeah. I think maybe that thing the feature that I just mentioned might have been a Perlism, and they borrowed it from Perl because Ruby has a lot of Perl going on, right?
Yeah, I can see that. Hmm.
You know, I'm tempted to press.
What's that?
I'm tempted to press this plus button right here. What does it do?
I don't know.
Start discussion. What does that mean? Am I?
Can we comment in here? Wait, hang
Hi,
on.
Dominic DeGrati.
Create comment thread? Jesus.
This feature is maybe not necessary. I don't know. Like maybe if there's like 10 people in the same file.
Yeah, you can kind of have a little chat thread about it.
Oh my god.
If wow.
This is cool.
Wait, open up. Yeah, wait. So open up to, if I start typing, can you see that I'm typing?
In which one?
Too much feature.
I can't see that you're typing. I think this is like a local
Okay.
changes only, then it submits them. And now you submitted that. I see
Okay.
the update's live though.
These comments are ginormous.
Yes.
Like, who? Why? Why
This
is it
might
like this?
be a bit of a anti-feature. I think this is too much.
Yeah, I agree. Can I end this somehow?
I
It's
can
just
I can
here
close it.
forever.
I
You can
can just
delete.
close it. It's like it never
Okay.
happened. What were we talking about again?
Beautiful.
What were we just doing? I know what we were just doing. We were going to talk about video games.
Yeah, video games.
Okay. So I think that means I need to do the moment I've been dreading, which is the complicated OBS scene switch to
Okay.
your screen
I'm
share.
gonna share my screen.
Yes,
Is that right?
I
Okay.
think so.
All right. I got a Safari window for you.
Oh, and I think it's about to work. I'm gonna hit the button, and then stream chat can tell me whether it worked. I'm gonna hit the button.
I'm watching the stream too.
Okay. Did it work?
Yeah. I see blueprints
Oh
on the
god, it
screen.
worked. Incredible. Incredible. I'm so into this. Okay. All right. What we're seeing now is the amazing desktop of Dom here.
This is my beautiful Safari window. Yeah.
Okay. So what are we talking about tonight, Dom?
Oh, we're talking about blueprints. One of the big games of the year.
Yes. I think early on people thought it was going to be GOTY, right? I think like the first 3 months of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I pity the February, March, and April GOTY candidates because they're forgotten about. Split Fiction. Who's that?
Yeah. Who? What are we talking about? We're talking about
What are
blueprints.
we talking about?
We're talking about
Blueprints.
blueprints. It is the Balatro of 2025, right?
It is the Balatro of 2025.
Maybe
A
not
sentence
quite as
that,
successful. I think Balatro they made like $50 bajillion.
and Balatro is still cruising.
Okay, yeah.
No, Blueprints is a very weird little game made
Doesn't
by.
Balatro have like don't they have like guest collabs? Don't they like have
Oh yeah,
like
I
what's a
think you can play.
yeah.
I think you can play all of Balatro inside Dave the Diver.
Oh, I always think of Dave the Diver is like an amazing collab platform. They did a collab with
Yeah,
Yakuza Like a Dragon.
yeah, because I won. Yeah, exactly.
I think Ichiban is like in the game as a pixelated character.
Yep, yeah, 100%.
Mm.
And you can punch gangsters with him or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like Blueprints is Balatro is everywhere. Blueprints is not everywhere. Blueprints has no partnerships and no tie-ins.
Solus Res, yes. You step away for a second. Now we're talking about blueprints. So the way that we're doing the stream this year is we're gonna like get as far as we can for like
Hell
an
yeah.
hour ish in admin of code. We happen to actually finish the problem tonight, and then we talk about video games. Yes, I'm glad that chat likes or loves blueprints. And the reason why I'm glad is that
Blueprints is easy to love.
I did not love blueprints In fact, I only played about an hour of it, and then I kind of went on to do other things. But I want to hear about it because it's a very important game of this year, and I'm
Mhm.
talking with somebody who really did love it.
Yeah. Well, and I have critiques.
Why don't you break
Yeah,
it
yeah,
down? I actually kind of have forgotten a bit, and I need a refresher, and Sir Nileton also needs a
absolutely.
refresher here of what the game is like.
Totally. So Blueprints is a bizarre little game made by I think exactly one human plus some like music and art help
Yeah.
uh over 7 years. The story is very similar to Animal Well, another game made by one crazy person over about seven
I
years.
think Stardew
Uh
Valley has a very similar story as well, made by exactly one person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like and Stardew Valley is less full of secrets and depth than this and Animal Well. Like
Yeah.
both of these games have layers to them, and you keep descending into layers of what is presumably madness on the developer's part as you find more and more complicated puzzles. Um, so what Blueprints is a roguelike deck building puzzle exploration game where you explore a mansion and uncover secrets within.
So it's like
Um,
Magic the Gathering meets Myst meets Clue.
yeah. Ooh, if I've coded a clue management app on one monitor, I'll play it on the other. I like that, Solus Res. That's dope.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's like Mist beats Hades.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes. All right.
because as you're doing your runs through the mansion, you're running out of your currency, which is steps up here in the top left, and you have money and keys and gems to unlock stuff.
Right.
Uh, and then every time you enter a room, you're drafting from this sort of pick three situation that's become so popular in
Hmm.
roguelikes, boons, and vampire survivors, and all these things where you're sort of just like
How did they
every
explain
game.
this narratively? You're like building the mansion as you
Yeah,
you walk through it, right?
they explained it narratively by saying this is exactly what's happening to you. Yeah, they're just like weird mansion.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
you every door you open, you have to draft a blueprint, and it has this sort of like um in story thing of like there's actually like architecture studio and lots of drafting tables, and like the creation of these blueprints is actually sort of like an internal art form to the world of like, oh, this one was crafted by this person, and there's like secret blueprints which are black prints, and the black prints were all destroyed, but then you find one later and stuff.
And by Black
um
Prince, you're saying BLACKPRINTS.
that's correct.
Okay,
Yeah, you've
not the
discovered that the
Black
name is a
Prince, as in like a guy on a horse who's wearing all black and is super
no,
moody.
but within the story there is the blueprints and the red prints.
Oh, there are actually like sons of kings in the game.
Yeah, when
Okay,
presumably, I think as the player you are the
yeah.
blueprints, but also there are storybooks in the game written by, well, there yeah, wordplay is a huge part of the game. Yes, yes, including like Solas Res. I don't know if you've made it to the gallery to the like explicitly wordplay puzzle that is kind of brain breaking and Dolly esque. Yeah, yeah,
So
um,
I think I'm remembering a comment that was made about this game, which is
yeah.
that it is not possible to translate or localize this game out of English. Um,
I cannot imagine how that would work. Yeah.
and I assume it's related to all your like word puzzle things, right?
Yeah. Oh, interesting. The puzzle I'm talking about, Solus Res actually mentioned that the art was made by the author of the book who inspired the game. That's really interesting.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
nice.
there's a whole lot. This is clearly like a purely like artistic expression that this dude like collaborated with other artists on like these weird big ideas about. Um,
So what does it mean to solve a puzzle in this game? Is it like you're in a room
that's a
and
great
you
question.
like move some stuff around, or is it a little bit more oblique than that? Or do you like go into
Yeah.
the kitchen and there's like Scrabble on the refrigerator and you have to solve a little word puzzle?
Yes.
Okay,
to all of
all of
those.
those things. Okay,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, because like they're like there are layers and layers to the puzzles. Like you blueprints box puzzle. Like you will occasionally walk into a room and find this like logic puzzle. And this is just like an in-room puzzle and it changes every time actually. And there's like I've never gotten a repeat puzzle for these and they get very, very weird eventually, which I really like.
Yeah.
Um, there's these like what they call Morajai boxes where different colors do different things when you press them and you have to learn a secret logic of these puzzle boxes by playing enough of them or looking it up on Polygon because the logic doesn't make any sense. Um,
So you beat this game, or is it possible to beat this game?
I played a lot of this game.
Okay,
I
because you're comparing it to
completed
Animal
the
Will, and Animal Will very
yes,
famously has like this like infinite series of like meta puzzles. I think they even had one
yeah,
puzzle where like people had to like collaborate because each copy of the game like has
correct.
one piece of a like external puzzle or something like that. Is Blueprints
Yep,
like that as
yep.
well, where there's just like endless number of like additional activities beyond the end?
Yeah, and I spoiled myself a little bit sort of just looking up what to talk about and like there's puzzles 140 hours from Solus Res and still has a few threads to pull. And yeah, there's a couple puzzles that people are like they're not sure if it's the end or not yet.
Right.
And the author I think hasn't actually said like, oh, you found everything and yada yada yada.
Are we
Um,
gonna spoil the game tonight, just so we can just put in a spoiler warning?
yeah, I think we're gonna spoil
Okay,
a good.
we'll spoil it. Yeah.
I mean, it's because like one of the most interesting things about this, and I think what makes the puzzle interesting, and like how do you solve a puzzle like this? Like it's a puzzle game that requires an incredible amount of randomness to get to the solution, and that's like I think the most frustrating aspect of it, and like probably its biggest critique, and also like one of its most unique value props is just like this weird like you have a goal. My goal might be well, your goal is always to get to room 46,
Yeah.
which is past the antechamber. And there's like as you go, you'll learn ways to get there. You'll find rooms that have like switches that open doors, or like you'll find a way to get to the basement via the foundation, and like you have to find a basement key and unlock the door and that sort of stuff. And the foundation is permanently in your house wherever you play it. Every game, once you place it, then it's stuck there. So like, there's also this sort of like meta permanent progression in some
It's
stuff.
like those board games where you pull a sticker off of a sheet and then stick it onto the board.
Oh, yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
Pandemic. It's a lot like that because like also
Does
some
does
rooms
Pandemic
become
have that?
upgraded.
I think the new Risk game, what like Risk 2020 or whatever it is, also does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soul Stress says, oh, the foundation isn't always in the same spot. It is not. And in fact, you can move your foundation if you draft it in the outside room, then you can redraft it in your house, uh, which is really weird.
Okay, so I wanna hear a little
Yeah.
bit more about the relationship between like the random layout build
Yeah.
and the game. Like, how does that contribute to progression? Is it that like when you do random layouts, you get different experiences, and then you basically like learn how to do different puzzles, or is the layout that you construct actually part of the solving of the like getting to room 46?
Mm. A little of both.
Okay,
Because like there's certain rooms that only appear on the left and right sides,
right.
and sometimes you need something from one of those to make it through. Certain rooms appear later, and certain rooms appear earlier. Uh, Certain rooms like security have different conditions. It's not on this map, but like the boiler room generates power, which you can use in the laboratory to solve specific puzzles. So
Okay,
like
yeah.
there's actually like there's a lot of puzzles that need you to like get two or three rooms in a certain orientation or like touching it a certain way. And like you might just start a house and immediately get a configuration that makes that impossible. And that's really frustrating
Does
because
it
like
have a kind of
you
like JRPG? We need to assemble the five crystals in order to like get to the last boss, and then like each particular layout that you could construct gives you a different MacGuffin, and then once you get all the MacGuffins, like okay,
no. No, I well, Sort of. I think there's different
Like, can you
constructions
speed
that
run
get
this
you
game?
different
Maybe
things.
is the kind of what I'm getting at. Is like, can you sort of like, if you knew what to do and you knew the solutions to all the puzzles, could you just like solve it immediately, or do you actually have to play multiple nights in a row to achieve sub goals?
Mm. I believe you can solve it immediately.
Okay.
There's an achievement for it, which is start a new save and get to room 46 on your first day. And I think that is possible,
Okay.
but it requires like a deep understanding of the drafting rules. Yeah, there's an intense amount of luck and a lot of knowledge about the drafting rules. Uh,
So that
and like
does
there
though
might there might
imply
only be, yeah.
that does though imply that there's some amount of meta progression that happens over the course of your different runs, night after night, right?
Yeah, because I would say like to do it on the first day, I think there might only be one or two paths to do it, and as you play, there are more and more paths that get you to this room
Okay, I
46,
see. Yeah.
which is like the end of the first part of the game, and like not like that was like hour 15 or 20 for me, and probably same for Solus Res, who's now at hour 140 of like pulling threads on this game. So
One
like
140 is a
getting
good
to,
number. I don't think I've played a game for 140 hours.
it's been a while
I don't
since
think
I
that's actually true.
I did anything
I
like
think the
that.
last game
Elden
at
Ring.
Elden Ring, I think if you count that second stint that we did where you and I were trying to like beat the to beat the guy on the horse at level 0 in the very beginning, I think
We put a lot of time into that,
Elden
yeah.
Ring might have came out to 140, and then I just like quit halfway through my second playthrough. I did
Yeah,
play.
Skyrim,
Uh,
Breath of the Wild, maybe a couple of
do
those
you
got
play
that much
Breath of
out
the
of
Wild
me.
that much?
Possibly.
Wow.
Breath of the
Okay.
Wild is huge, man.
Breath of the
I
Wild's
don't know.
big, but the game that I did play was a Switch game. I did play Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I played two out of the three
Yep.
houses, and I think it was like 100 hours each one.
Yeah, yeah, like the new Zeldas, I think Fire Emblem's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Celestia's got room 46 at 18 hours. I've joked getting to room 46 ends the tutorial. Uh
Oh, yeah, sure.
like that is the end of the like figuring out the game, and then you get to actually play it. But
So
like
it's like
man,
a
there's
near automata kind of thing. The first time you beat it is
kind of,
like the
yeah.
beginning of the game. I beat it once and then I just
Yep.
didn't continue playing it.
You know what? Same. Because I started it again and I was like, interesting. Like, I'm ready to do ending B of Near Automata, and then I was like, it's the same game again. I kind of lost
Yeah, is
the
Near
ability to power
Automata
through it.
one of those like it is like Hall of Fame for me of like FOMO. Everybody else thinks it's the greatest thing ever, and I just could not. I bounced off of it a couple times, and I forced myself to beat it once, and I just could not continue.
You know what? It has Kojima energy,
It it kind of does, yes.
and you don't like Kojima energy. I think
I
there's the
we'll talk more
Yoko
about
Taro
Kojima.
Kojima.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yoko Taro Kojima and Sam Lake all have the same video game energy to me.
yes, and I've compared Kojima to David Lynch as well. Uh,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
um,
he's in there too.
yeah.
And all of them love David Lynch, of course.
Yes, of course. And so we will probably do another conversation like this a different night about Death Stranding, which Dom and I both played this year. Although I think Dom ended up playing much more than I did.
Oh yeah, I finished.
You
I
finished
stranded
it.
all the deaths. It was great.
Okay, yeah, nice. I think
Yeah,
I
I
put down
figured
a
out who
dozen
Mads Mikkelsen
ladders
was.
over a dozen
It was weird.
gorges, and
Yeah.
then I didn't continue. Yeah,
Oh, I mean, it's that game is so fun when you get like zip lines and
yeah,
the fast cars and shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not to spoil it. I
I
mean, I
rebuilt a bunch of
love.
highways. Yeah,
You know what I love about Kojima games is actually the UI design. Like the menus
so
and
good.
shit are so good. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, very satisfying. What I hate about Kojima games is that he interrupts you every 5 seconds with like someone telling you the same thing in your ear.
Um.
Yeah,
Okay.
blueprints.
Yes. So blueprints.
Intense, weird. Let me see. What do I have here? Yeah, so like I think just like the fact that you can't solve. I think the biggest frustration I have is this, like, you cannot solve the puzzle you intend to solve when you start the game. Like, you sort of have to have this go with the flow. Like if you discover a piece of information and you're like, cool, the next round I'll do this thing. You just can't. Like you may draft the wrong room, or the room you want won't come up, and you're just
Oh,
out of luck.
it's because like in other games you would just like move your character to the place where the puzzle is or the
Correct.
combat is or
Yeah.
something. But in Blueprints, you kind of have to remember that this is a thing that I want to do in the future, and then if the game happens to or if the RNG happens to allow me to re-encounter that again, I can
Yep.
actually deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's like, and you were asking about puzzles that are like in rooms. So there's like puzzles in rooms, and then there's like puzzles in the room. You have to keep your own list of subquests.
No.
Yeah, and let the board tell you which possible. Yeah. So that's kind of how I pursued it as well. Solus Res is it's like, uh, yeah, it's like I'd start the house. I'd sort of have a couple ideas of like what I could do,
Mm-hmm.
and then like enjoy the opportunity of like like I think I can get this one in this run or something. And one of the later puzzles is like there's also chess pieces in some rooms, and so you have to organize. You have to like draft rooms that have the correct chess pieces in certain spots on this board to
Did you
make.
keep notes? Did you have like a whole Obsidian
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
for this?
I've got a big Obsidian notebook for this.
Do you have? Are you willing
Yeah,
to show it?
yeah, totally, totally. Can I change my screen share? I have to stop sharing to do that. Okay. Yeah, welcome to my Obsidian. It's on the stream.
Uh,
It's on the stream. Great. So yeah, like for the chess pieces, like I had to keep track of which rooms had what in them, so that I could like decide what to draft or what I needed to draft as I was going. Did I? Let's see.
how do you
Thought I
like
ordered. Yeah,
Obsidian, by the way?
it's pretty good. It was really nice for this, though. I think. Yeah, I was trying to use hashtags. There we go. Like Office has some interesting stuff in it.
Yeah.
Because like using rooms as hashtags means I can cross-reference shit across.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Celeste Rest says I've got 10 pages of dense conspiracy theory style notes. Yeah. So I mean, gosh, there's so much, and like I think I stopped at about 60 hours, so I don't think I can spoil anything for you, which is great. Um, like God, there's so much. Like yeah, the answer to this puzzle was realize, because we had genuine, veritable, and realize as the actual object. So like
Oh yeah, yeah.
all it
So,
all
so
it
so
gives you,
this is what
sure.
you can't translate are all these visual puns, right?
I don't know how you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
You know how you
there's
would do
visual
it.
puns.
You know how you do it.
Hmm.
AI.
Ugh, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this castle cipher which I haven't solved, but I did look up the solution for, and I'll show you a very weird like line through how to solve one of these late game puzzles because it's insane. Uh, the Baron Baffler. This isn't a puzzle. This is just a document you find in the game that has no actual input to any puzzle solution. They just put a brain teaser in there, and it has
I
two
love that.
possible solutions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will not spoil the castle cipher for you then, Solus Res. I'll spoil a different puzzle. um, yeah, there's like yeah, coded message in a book, like zooming in. Gosh, I did so much weird documenting of different parts of this game.
Can I take us on a slight tangent?
Yeah, do it.
How do you think this game was developed?
I heard that like most of it came together like early, like in year 2 or 3 of development, and that he spent like 4 or 5 years play testing it with people, and like
Okay.
getting folks to figure out if what was solvable and what was not solvable. Um,
Do you think
because
this is
like
the
the
type of
amount of
game where they start designing it and because it's hard for me to imagine it being like coherent. It's so unconventional and strange. And then like how do you actually test the concept of it out until you have a bunch of content to like actually string together and make coherent into this
God,
thing, you know?
it's such a good question.
Yeah.
Solus Stress says I think he started wanting to make a board game with actual cards and then experimenting with
I
the
mean
other two later.
that makes
That's
sense. It's such got
that
such a
makes a lot of
yeah, it's
sense.
got such a board game thing. And like a lot of this stuff would be amenable to just like print media, right?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and it could be like a pandemic style game where you're actually like destroying cards or like taping stuff onto the board game as you're
Right.
doing it.
Right.
Um, what was I gonna say? Shit. Um, oh, and yeah, like there's the puzzles, but there's also this like deep, rich lore. Like you learn to solve a lot of these puzzles, you have to read like history books you find in the game. You have to understand like the political alignment of countries in this fictional world. Uh, and
Is the
like
writing
it
good?
turns out yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like there's not like the writing you encounter is good. There's not a lot of like narrative dialogue character interaction, but I think like everything put together is like incredibly well written,
Right.
and well like managed and like signposted, um in terms of like the content and the world building and stuff, because like you it turns out that like I mean I don't remember all the lore, but like one of these countries was like invaded by another country, so there's like a destroyed country. It was a fascist takeover. You discover that like your uncle who owned the manor was like actually part of the resistance, and you find like a resistance revolutionary base in the basement of the manor, and then there's like all sorts of like weird secrets around that.
So there's also
There's
this
a
sense of like kind of discovery as well, or exploration that is
yeah,
also in it.
so much.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like you can find like one of the rooms you can draft is a classroom, and as you draft progressively more classrooms, each classroom has different information in it that has different sort of like world details, like which shape goes to which country. And then yeah, like you learn about the geography, you learn about colors. I stopped taking notes because it was driving me mildly insane. um but when you get to the last one, you get to take a test
Mm-hmm.
on everything you learned, and the test is timed and really hard. Yeah, if you draft enough classrooms, you can take a final exam about the world, and like it's really hard. My partner did it,
This is like in the
and
Yakuza games where you go to like the office building and have to take a test on Sega like classic game lore.
okay, yes, so like it's exactly like that. Except to do it, you have to draft 9 classrooms in one house, which is incredibly challenging. So it's like
It's like a
to
run
get
back
to
from a FromSoft boss battle.
yes, it's a the puzzles have runbacks that you can't always do. So like that's a that's a truly maddening experience
Yeah.
when you're playing this game and you make it to classroom 8 and like fail and can't draft the final exam classroom.
I mean, is the
Uh,
better way to play the game to just like let the random draw just take you where it's gonna take you for that run?
Absolutely is
Yeah.
because you have no other choice.
Okay.
Um, though you get some tools to affect the randomness. So there are rooms that let you change the rarity of certain cards. So you can
Yes.
like turn down rooms you don't like, turn up rooms you do want. You have to hope to draft the room that lets you change the randomness, but it always appears in certain spots. So
Right.
you have a pretty good idea of where it might be. Um, there's some cards that let you redraft your rooms or modify rarity when you're drafting, or like remove rooms from the pool for a run. So there's all sorts of like weird modifiers you can attach to the randomness to like make the outcomes you want more likely.
Yeah.
But it's still very random. Like you're touching card pools, not like actual outcomes.
So there's a question that comes to mind, right? There's a sort of like dimension by which I think you can analyze any video game, which is the question of, is this game wasting my time? Right. And I think that's a question
Yeah.
that we like. It's sort of inherent in video games because video games are very naturally like a repetitive experience, you
Mhm.
know? Um, but I think it's a matter of degree, right? And so, like, what do you think about blueprints and the randomness aspect of it, and the fact that you can't call your own shot all the time? Like, does it waste your time, or is the grind rewarding?
I think the grind is rewarding. I mean, it's there's kind of as much of a puzzle box as you want there to be, and I think that's really cool. Like I
Yeah.
liked that like Room 46 felt like an accomplishment. Took 20 hours, was like the size of a delightful indie game. Like happily would spend 20 hours just like solving that cool puzzle.
Wait, Room 46
Um
has a puzzle in it that's 20 hours long.
oh no, sorry, getting to
Getting
Room
to Room
46
46.
took
Okay,
like
I was
20
gonna
hours.
say
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. yeah, like it was the size of a full game to get there, and
Yeah.
I feel like that was very rewarding. And I think sort of like Animal Well, there's a deep pile of like further secrets you can go, sort of to whatever level you're enjoying the game. And I don't feel like you have to do it. And I think it's like a richer game for having all these like secrets on the edges. Like the way we were talking about how Yote feels empty,
Yeah.
like this game feels full.
Yeah.
It's fuller than anything I've ever played because like everything in every room has some meaning and every word on every page has some meaning. Uh
That's impressive.
and like yeah, except apparently for the Baron Baffler, which like fuck this thing. Like why'd I even think about solving it if it doesn't do
I'm
anything?
trying to think of other
Bullshit,
games that have a
non-puzzle.
sense of fullness to them. That's an
Yeah.
interesting kind of like axis to rate a game on.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, Yakuza,
Yakuza games,
incredibly
yeah, that
full.
was the thing that I was
Yeah.
gonna mention. Um,
SLS Res says when I first started, I thought the RNG would be a non-starter for this kind of game, but the fullness kept things interesting most of
yeah,
the time.
yeah.
Yeah, like I always had something to do, or I always had like on every run there was like a little yeah. There was a hopelessness period as well, but like always
Yep.
a little something. Like there was like a fortune telling robot, the Great Alzara, that started like giving you fortunes every time you found it. So I was collecting those. They're in my PlayStation videos now instead of here because I was like, I actually want to rewatch these. Um,
Yeah.
but just so much stuff. Uh, and like, yeah, everything leads to something else. And I didn't find the end. Like there's clearly an end where maybe it just peters out into a bunch of threads, or you've pulled every thread that's available. But like
Right.
interesting and rich and very a very just neat experience. It's like an escape room or a puzzle box or any of those sort of like
Wasn't there like a
you can
weekend
poke.
not long ago that you did like 10 escape rooms in a row?
I did 10 escape rooms in a row a couple weekends ago in October. Yeah, it was great.
Is
No,
10
I
is 10
mean,
the literal number that you did?
yeah, yeah, it was
I,
10.
I was I was using 10 as the kind of stand-in and not like ambiguous number a lot, but it literally 10.
Yeah, we did four a day, two a day, and then I flew out and came home. Uh, Montreal, Solus Res, and here I'll switch screens again because uh, importantly, this is the best escape room in the world.
The best one in the world.
Uh, yeah,
Like that's your assessment, or is it's commonly accepted as the best in the world? Both are
oh,
valid. I'm just
yeah,
curious.
no. There are ratings. Escape room
Oh, I'm
rankings.
excited about this.
Yeah. Turbica, yeah, the top escape room project. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, people, be prepared to discover an entirely new level of nerdery around this.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the 2024 top rooms, Le Cirque Magnifico in Montreal is the best one. It was 2.5 hours and just an incredibly intense experience. Um,
I've only done one escape room in my life, and that was the one that you and I did together.
yeah, where was that?
It was at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, in Solis Res, is that what we're talking about the Palace Games? Yeah, we've done one of those. I would like to do more when I go back to San Francisco because I think there's some new ones. Oh yeah, Jeff, we did like the Edison one or the Roosevelt. I remember
I
this.
don't quite remember the content of it, but it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good news. That's like number 80 in the world.
That's great. I'm glad to be in the top 100.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I don't like I think these are like I think people do these and then vote on them, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
But Montreal just has like kind of an incredible glut of these things. Number one, number three, maybe like number 10 or 12. Yeah, we did this one as well. Super
Man,
interesting stuff.
I had no idea.
Yeah, but like I would highly recommend where do I see their rooms? Yeah, if you ever get the chance to go to Montreal and do the this is not the right website. It must not be in Montreal. Oh
Wait,
no,
can you
sorry,
scroll
it's
up again?
Laval.
Can you scroll up again
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and scroll down?
Huh?
Did I guess it might be the streaming lag, but it looks like it zooms in when you scroll down, which I think is a cool web
Oh,
page.
I
It
think it
does
does.
zoom.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I like that
Is
effect
that
too.
CSS scaling? What are they doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. CSS scaling based on top offset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did every they have their numbers here. That's very cute. We did all of these. They were great.
Yeah. I'm
But
really
yeah,
impressed.
if you
I'm really impressed that you did 10.
it it was honestly I could have done more. I was having just the time of my life there.
Yeah.
Um yeah, Montreal strangely worth it, and there were like even more that we didn't go to.
Yeah. I've heard the food is pretty good in Montreal too.
The food was pretty okay in Montreal. Yeah, downtown Montreal. When we were in Laval, which was like the Redwood City of Montreal, not great food.
Okay. Yeah.
Redwood City derogatory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, gosh, this was worth $170 for 2.5 hours of my time.
Yeah,
I
totally. I think
really
that seems
loved
like a
it.
pretty good deal in sort of the world of 2020's entertainment, you know?
Yeah, and like all of these had they like this one had four actors in it who were like part of the puzzles.
Yeah.
All of these had actors, which I thought was really interesting. Like I don't recall that as part of my experience of prior escape rooms, but they were all sort of like had a human element of like you had to bring this person a thing or convince them to do something for you. And that was like its own sort of like puzzle. The person was the puzzle. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Blueprints.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were we talking about again?
Um,
So this is
Shit,
I
yeah,
feel like you've been trying to spoil it for me for the last half hour, but like I don't think it's spoiled. Like if I decided I wanted to go back and play it, I feel like I would still get a lot out of it.
oh, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, I think one of the most interesting things about the way everyone got to play this is that for some reason, possibly just thanks to Jason Schreier like hyping the fuck out of this
Yeah,
game
right.
for 2 months, to everyone he could find, like everyone started this game at the same time and was sort of doing the same thing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And what was so interesting is that like when comparing notes with friends, we discovered that we had like entirely different sets of knowledge of the game, like 10, 20 hours into it.
That's so
Like
cool.
our puzzle set didn't overlap. We'd solved completely different puzzles. We'd gotten to room 46 in totally different ways. And I think that had some of the Animal Well like collaboration to it because like Kat and I were able to like we just did like we shared knowledge or like we played it inside of each other and then we learned twice as fast, which was a very interesting way to like experience it in a way that felt like you were sort of collaboratively solving puzzles while doing entirely different things. But like knowledge is still a currency because like I think that's why it fits the Metroidbrania as much as roguelike, just because like knowing what's happening in the world gets you to the next level of the puzzle. And that's how you can beat it in one run or 1 hour, or beat it on the incredibly difficult curse mode, which like takes away resources every time you enter a room. I don't know why they made a harder mode for this game because like it's so fucking hard.
This sort of like you should play this knowing as little as possible going into it. It's always a good way to introduce a game. I think the only other game that I remember somebody saying that about was Animal Well, actually.
Animal Well, yeah, Animal Well, Fez, The Witness, like that was my list of three similar game moments for me. Tunic maybe a little bit too. Tunic just had
Oh
that
yeah,
wonderful
Tunic has that a bit. Yeah,
and like oh, Celeste Res, Animal Well is as good an experience as this was,
yeah,
and totally different. Uh, yeah, it. What if Blueprints was styled as Super Metroid? Like basically that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Tunic, incredible. I mean, I think I didn't quite enjoy the gameplay of Tunic as much, but that instruction booklet that you like build
Yeah.
through the whole game was like one of the best. experiences I've ever had in a puzzle
I
game.
think it's like
Um,
and I'm getting this vibe just from what you're showing me from the blueprints is like the kind of like labor of love sort of artifacts that kind of
yeah,
come out of a game, and like I think Tunic definitely has that vibe. Um,
absolutely. Yeah, this sort of like this handcrafted, like someone put every pencil mark on this page for you to find, and that's the important thing.
I refused
Yeah.
to learn the language though. I did not actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always learn the language. I love when games have a fake language.
Right.
I learned how to read in Tunic and Fez and Chance of Sennaar, which you sent me, obviously, which was just such a great puzzle experience, but a different
Yes.
language.
Yeah.
That was a much easier. Um, but yeah, I was gonna show you this. So from a new clue, I think is this where I got it from? Yeah, yeah, yeah. From a new clue, on every page there are signs like Route 8. You just have like two Tanner Fork, and each one of these pages has something in it that you can dead end. So when you take all the pages of a new clue down to this subway map, you actually get a path through the subway map that hits major and minor stops in a way that is meaningful, starting from You Are Here. And these
Wow.
things are
Yeah.
like not, they're not near each other, and they're not like connected in any way. And at some point, you have to realize that like you've seen Two Tanner Fork and Route 8, and you're like, oh my God, wait, are these subway directions? Oh, this had a fake language too. I didn't learn their fake language as much because it kind of confused me.
Yeah.
Just like, oh man, such, yeah, weird, like, right. Sometimes the magnifying glass is an item that you find in some runs, and there's some clues that you can only read if you have
Have
the
the
magnifying
magnifying
glass.
glass. Yeah. Yeah.
So you might find the book and you can't zoom in enough to read the clue you need to read, which is like that one maybe you could read. I'm trying to find where this passage is with the tiny numbers. Oh yeah. Can I zoom in on this? Nope.
Did you play alone or were you playing with people when you did this?
I played alone. Gosh, you can barely see it. Can you see there's like a little gray blob next to the low in all? There's like annotations here that like spell out a sentence that you can only
What?
see with a
No.
magnifying glass if you hover. Yeah,
Yeah.
like bizarre. Oh yeah, here it is. Keep left.
Did you,
There's the direction
so
from
so
this
here
stage.
here's like I guess a different question. Like we're talking about all of this with a tone of admiration. Did you ever did anything ever strike you as a little bit too much?
No, no, like it. Just I felt like I was experiencing someone's fever dream for the
Okay.
first
Yeah. Yeah.
time in that great way that like only Fez and the Witness in this game and Tunic do to you, right? Like
Right.
it's just so cool to enter someone's mind like this, and I feel like they really just like
Because I mean
pour it
I
onto the
felt that way
page.
about Tunic. I just like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do this the thing that you think you want me to do. You know what I mean? Like there were a couple moments
Oh,
like that. You know.
yeah. Was there anything here like that? I mean, I stopped playing, so
Yeah.
probably, yeah. Um,
But it's all optional
yeah. There's
stuff.
like
I guess maybe on the flip side, it's all optional
it's
stuff. So you
it's
you can
all
go as far as you
optional,
would
yeah.
like. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. There's an entire series of sigils that you have to uncover, and like you have to learn what country this is for. Yeah, it's just so much game.
Right.
So I think because the game is so hard, the randomness is so hard, some of the puzzles are actually very stupid.
What does that mean?
Uh I where are these? Are they the letters? No. Paintings? No. Oh yeah, okay. Um this is like a very early spoiler. Everyone has solved this puzzle probably. Um in each room there's a series of two paintings. Uh and the paintings are on the wall based on their location in the house, not uh not like which room you draft. So like when you draft rooms, the paintings in the rooms change. Uh and the paintings in the room are always two like line art pictures uh that have one letter distinct. So like pin and pine, stag and tag. And when you
Oh
put it all
god.
together, you get this sentence when you read the entire house map all out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um but if we count small gates, 8 dates crack, 8 safes led to some of the dumbest puzzles I've ever, like, obtuse or stupid, or like I don't quite understand why they were this way. Like one of them was just let me find 8 dates crack, 8 safes. Oh, let me switch back to my browser. I'm just gonna like find all the examples of these puzzles because they were so infuriatingly silly. Um, yeah, safe codes. Bring it on, Destructoid. Yeah, okay. So like the boudoir safe, the code is 1225 because in this room there's a picture of a Christmas tree with the safe next to it, and this date cracks the safe.
Yeah.
Uh, like right, and we were like looking at it, and we're like, oh, like let's make sure we take the magnifying glass to this room so we can look into that picture that we found, and maybe there's something to it. And it was
Yeah.
like, the day's just Christmas, man. Day's just Christmas.
That might be
Uh,
several steps too far, right?
yeah, it's like every one of these was like earlier. Like I needed to stop thinking about the puzzle sooner. Like yeah, there was a chess piece on D8. Oops, sorry, chess piece on D8. So the puzzle is just 8/12, December 12th. Uh, just I don't quite, yeah. Uh yeah, D8, right? Solos Rise is just like every one of these, like you're in this very clever world of like, oh, the world has like interesting puzzles set up for you, and you got these puzzles and they're just like, yeah, it's like the puzzle is exactly what it says. There's no puzzle.
Right.
Just
Try to
like,
guess what was on the mind of the game developer at the day that they made the puzzles.
yeah. And then there's, I think, the wildest one, which is if you count small gates, 8 date crack, 8 safes, but there's pictures of people walking on the wall. So you're supposed to count gates, like how far their feet are apart.
Yeah.
And like arbitrarily, you just find that there's four large gates and 15 small gates. And if you just put in 415, that's the code. It does, it's just like, it's not a good puzzle. It's very weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's not a puzzle, and I don't know why this particular set of 8 puzzles is all like this, but they were all like this in some strange, really weird way.
Yeah. Well, you can't land them all,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I guess that's the challenge of making a game like this.
Mhm.
There's like a piece of advice that is given out to like indie game developers such as you and I, like
Mhm.
where you're not really supposed to make a walk around game. Like a walk around game, the idea behind a walk around game is that you walk through a world and it's like totally dependent on how much content you put
Yep.
into it. And like the one thing that a small team can't really do is like make a ton of content. But they did it in Blueprints, you know.
Yeah. I mean, a small team can't, but one incredibly dedicated person, I think, actually maybe has an easier time just being like, I'm gonna fill the room some more. Like,
Yeah.
no one
But
told him to
it's a
stop, and
total
like,
like
yeah,
what comes out of that process though is this like complete stream of consciousness, and it's gonna
yep,
have its
yep.
bangers and it's gonna have its misses, you know.
Exactly. And I think it's actually very interesting that this like category of puzzle is actually the one that everyone thought was just like, why? So it's sort of like, I do appreciate they were all sort of designed consistently together, and they were all designed consistently badly,
Yeah.
I think. Um but it's interesting, it's sort of, I feel like you can almost see sort of the process of putting this together, where he was like, this type of puzzle has this type of solution, and at least that was consistent, because I once we sort of figured that out, we started being like, what if we guessed dumber? Was like consistent. Like once we figured out what it
Right.
was, we're like, wait a minute, like what if we made worse guesses for these puzzles?
Right.
And it turns out that was yeah. But like yeah, what, this one also I think I just had to look up. There's only two dates. That's what it is. That doesn't make sense to me. The fact there's two dates is supposed to clue you to the second day. No, nonsense.
Yeah.
Utter nonsense.
Yeah, and like people have different ideas of what different things mean, and I think that's what makes it challenging. And it's entirely possible that the developer just like took for granted their kind of like framing of these words or whatever. Let me give you a completely stupid
Yeah,
story that's related to this.
yeah,
So
do it.
after our first stream 2 days ago, I posted the
Mhm.
video to our Advent of Code, the subreddit for Advent of Code, and the mod got mad at me because the
What?
flare that I used was past event solution rather than streamer. Because I posted a video and then I thought, oh, the past event solution flare must mean that like it's a spoiler, right? Like it's a past event solution. That's how I read that, and I was like, okay, well, we technically are posting a past event solution, and so I just used that, and then like I was supposed to use the streamer flare, and like in the like the comment, it was like, I've changed the flare from this to this, like a huff. The guy was like straightening his tie, and then in parentheses it was question mark question mark question mark why question mark of why I chose the first one. I didn't like my response to his
Holy
whole thing
shit!
was thanks for the tip exclamation point. Like I chose not to engage. But like
I love that. I love that. Just kill him with kindness. Yeah.
yeah, but the I think the moral of the story is do not be a public forum moderator of any kind, because I think it just transforms you into this like horrible shrew. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
just mad at
No,
everybody all the time. And
it is
everything
impossible to keep your sanity
yeah,
and
and
do
then
that. Yeah.
everything suddenly becomes like this like refracted through this like series of transgressions that you've recorded in your brain fit to this like almost arbitrary set of rules.
Yeah. Reddit moderators and Wikipedia editors are the two folks I have like both
Yes.
the most empathy and like venom for.
Right, right. It's the classic. The debates were so fierce because the stakes were so low.
Yeah, the old DSA classic.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, I mean, this is just like I thought this was a great game and also just like endlessly fascinating from a design perspective. There's nothing else like it. There's no random puzzle game that exists, and there's no roguelike puzzle game that exists
Yeah,
that
I
I
mean,
can
it
think
even
of.
seems like
So
the mist comparison is just like it's not useful, right?
yeah, right. Yeah, Mist is like a basic version of this.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mist has a you can speedrun Mist in like 30 seconds, right? Like, can you just walk in and end the game or something?
yeah. I
Which
am.
like I think makes it a Metroidbrania for sure. But yeah,
I mean, this is an unconventional enough structure that I'm curious, kind of like, does it unlock things that are like spiritually in the same kind of direction? Um,
yeah, I wonder.
yeah,
Filling so many puzzles or filling this with so many puzzle solutions, I think is such a I don't know if this would work if it wasn't full. Uh
yeah. I
because
mean,
like yeah,
it's like maximalist game development, right? You really just have to throw everything that you have into it.
it really is. Yeah. I mean, it reminds all these games sort of have the similar flavor of discovery for me. Like I wish I could play Fez again for the first time. Uh
Yeah,
and like sort of experience that unraveling and like discovering hidden dimensions literally and like learning the language that's sort of there the whole time. Like gosh,
right,
such good stuff.
right.
Um yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they should make more Metroidvanias. One of my favorite genres when it works out right.
Yes. Thank you for walking me through that. Any final comments about blueprints?
Final comments about blueprints. Gosh. No. You should play it, maybe. But also like what a commitment. It's a lot to dive into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really. Oh, it has a great soundtrack. it has this like
Interesting.
ambient saxophone that just sort
Okay.
of shows up
All
sometimes.
right.
Like really, really cool.
I think saxophone
I
is
love
the
I love the
instrument of the
vibe.
night, I guess.
Yeah, that brings the loop all the way back around
Yeah.
to the play and epic sax guy and careless whisper. Thank you so much, guys, for putting one in the chat.
Big sax. Alrighty then. I guess then we'll potentially call it a little early tonight. I think I think the thing is we did the programming so quickly.
We're
Um,
so fast.
yes. So schedules. This is the last night that we have Dom for a little while.
Hmm. Yeah, who's
Tomorrow.
replacing me tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have special guest, my friend Salmon, who's also a game developer. We haven't decided what we're going to talk about, and I think it's going to be his not only first Advent of Code experience, but his first kind of like any kind of like programming puzzle experience. Even though he's like a really good programmer, but he's like completely like goal oriented in a way that like you or at least I am definitely not goal oriented when I program. Um, and
Yeah,
so
but that helps get a game out.
yeah,
Like that's a useful skill.
sure, yes. So that'll be tomorrow night, and then we're off Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to try to do as much backfill as we can from 3 to 6 p.m. and then hopefully through next week we'll be
Hey,
plowing through.
if these problems take 20 minutes, we're just gonna
We're going to
knock
be
'em
fine.
out.
We may need to extend the schedule past the 12th if we want to finish every single puzzle, but we'll see. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch the salmon stream tomorrow and see how he does. That'll be really fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. Okay, great. Thank you everybody in chat for joining tonight. Really, really fun. And I think having folks in chat actually makes this so much more valuable and interesting to do. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, it's really delightful to have folks around for this.
Okay.
And I like that we had a blueprints enthusiast.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
absolutely. All right, Dom. I'll talk to you online, but I guess we'll see you back on stream on Sunday, and then everyone else join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific.
All right. See y'all later.
Good night, everybody.